It makes it impossible not to talk about that. But it's time for the first game of Group B, brought to you by our amazing sponsors, Toomey, Zowie, Intel, and Perrier, as well as the majestic voices of the two guys who are casting this event. We could not have asked for better. I thought we'd be opening the roof by now, but we haven't. So let's take a look at the stack of money on the screen, because that's what we're playing for. There that is. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time now for Matchroom and Sims.
Now we're going to see a little bit more of a push come through, and there comes the counter back over towards it. It's a double up coming out from Edie. Don't forget that there's a side position that we still have Nordra that's going to be able to play, so she'll be able to get the flushes onto that pretty quickly. So Navi is starting to lose control very quickly of Pachinki.
He's got the vector map. This is it. This is the time that you've been waiting for. The SMGs are starting to play a pivotal factor. Senya in his little building, hoping for some support, but unfortunately Besto is disconnected on the opposing side of town. Nothing really much they can do. God Meow will fall back. Maybe get into the fray here, as they will have to push the team, maybe even just push completely as a unit to get the refrag and make sure the trades are not available. Besto, top of the tower, chilling for now. Konaxi, angle comes in to try and draw the attention. Senya's going for the push here, but this is the thing. When you're in TPP, you're not going to get away with that. No, no, no. You can look around the corners of the walls. You can see exactly what's going on, and with the damage done, this could be the time to go. Besto tries to fortify the support. Konaxi says no. Death from above. Besto's like, oh no, please, someone help me out with Konaxi down. Wrong way around, excuse me, again, another mistake. I'm having, it's all kind of confusing, Matt. This is just too much action for my brain to take in.
It's too early with everything going through here. That's why it's so fun. Give me a Batman drop at some point, but it's going to be God Meow finally meeting up with his teammates, getting the shots back over, and then there is just one up for Navi. Molotov maybe going to connect by some more time, but Buriram knows that they've got the advantage. They've got the numbers. I love this. Just walk by and nade a teammate right in front of another one that's down. Be like, I don't even care if you feed this information over. Bait it out. I love it. Come on, Senya. I'm rooting for you now. Underdog. See if you can make a play off of this one. You can see Buriram's trying to get a vibe for it. And oh, no, it's going to be Edie picking up another one. 3 kills already.
Navi, unfortunately, kind of continuing the run of how things have been going thus far from the main event. We'll see if they can reset and get back into the fray. It's always hard when you're going to have a hot drop in Pachinki. Don't get me wrong. No one's a real victor out of that. It's very rare we see a clean fight and a team come out with any damage. I mean, hell, we've already seen Buriram lose one player. That's a damn good nade. Winraja already damaged as well. God Meow is put on red alert, and 2 more are flying his way, Matt. That could be a GG for Buriram, and it's 1 player less standing. VP can mop up the points here, but do not forget, with all this noise that goes on, continuously, Petrichor Road is circling and surrounding VP. For Edith, who do you die to first? Spyro in the back, Blue on the left, or Mamo in the front? It's a very tricky situation, and the bombardment all of a sudden from Petrichor Road has come through, and it's continuing. The nades are relentless. Lou is forced to run back from this one. All of a sudden, VP are on the retreat. This is... They've just lost 3 players back to back to back, just like that.
It is just trench warfare, nade to nade. Lou back over there by himself, trying to get something out of this off to the side of it. But there is near on nowhere to go. There we go. Let's start bringing out some shotguns. Try to get some play for it. Long making the play around the outside of it. It's just a smoke dance going through this one. And there you go. 5 kills. Petrichor Road going to go ahead and take the first round of this one. Lead to inclinations like this, because it's harder if you get the same circle every single time. You're not playing it out. Now you just got to land and commit the fights. Who gets the gun first? Who's been practicing this inside their lobbies? And it looks like Edie's already got a read on where one is. Godmeow's got the angle off to the side of it. Good connection and a flush already. Who needs helmets? Just charge through. Body armor also overrated. Just get you some kills.
It's safe where they are. Eventually, they are going to have to leave the safety net of that, and that becomes a problem if someone's on the hillside because you've got an open road in front of you. Ike's left. First one to fall. Besto spots it. Mamu reads the information, is behind, gives Senya the false sense of security, arrives at the tree, and then says bye-bye. Out of the vehicle, the drive-by attempted. Doesn't happen. Blue damage. My word. 1 HP. Tab has fallen. It's all on Besto to try and hold the line. He's up against the blue. One more nade on the side of Mamu, and it'll be job done. Doesn't matter, it's going to come from a different angle altogether. Mile spots him, gives the information. The second nade's a follow-up, and it's GG, job done. Navi goes out in 4th again.
Buriram's already starting to make their approach onto the other side, cutting right through. VIRTUS.PRO doesn't have the angles to really get a lot of damage just quite yet, so they're at least going to be able to make the start of some landfall coming through this. But do note the fact that you do have a little bit of a higher ground position coming back over. Grenade's going to land, and that is a beautiful toss back over to God Meow. Going to go ahead and go for the follow-up back over towards it, and carving him back around on this super steep incline is ridiculously hard. So that's great tosses coming out from VP, and could follow up off of this. Look at the protection coming up from the teammate. Buriram managed to make it towards the hillside, but it is not working out for them.
Look, I'm seeing kills with a Bison. I'm happy all day long. This is, you never see this thing in play, let alone even in TPP. So if we can see a couple of frags with it, totally fine. Gives you the idea of how today is going to go down. The question is, have VP bitten off more they can chew? You saw the snipe come out. It was in the kill feed. The bolt action did the dirty onto Petrichor Road, but now VP all of a sudden, its resources, Matt, are split, but it doesn't matter. Spires the line, and VP take out Petrichor Road. You've done the damage, you've done the dirty to one side, but have you kept track of where Buriram is? We have to be careful between Noadra and ED. Individually, Matt, we know how good these players are.
There is a massive amount of clutch potential coming through this, and remember, this is third party, so being able to look up this hillside is going to have the advantage for everybody on VP, and that's why you can see the grenade lineup coming through, but Edie hits the shots onto one, gets it down onto Spiro. That's going to allow the reposition back down the lower ground for this, so the flank could come out back on the other side of it. Aruzen's trying to line up these grenades, tossing back through. Going to be just a touch short, but Nordra can't make the push back up the hillside just quite yet. Do know the fact that VP do have the closer position back over towards the center, and it's going to be the Bison coming back out for it. Nordra wants to go for the play, but you got to try to get something out of this when Edie lines up another one, trying to get some more damage back over towards him. And now how is VP going to play this instead? Make the play back over towards the center, and it's going to be a quick shot coming out, and Edie, yet again, just walking up this hillside and destroying VIRTUS.PRO. Blew the last one up, trying to look through it, but flanked on both sides, tries to get the shots, and Buriram from a disadvantaged position off of the back of Edie just wins that one. I mean, there's this little bit of a lip along the ledge that you can see that Buriram's using, and we said the fact that we wanted red zones. Buriram's trying to make one of their own. It's just not really connecting. But look at VP kind of caught up, hearing all these nades, knowing the fact that there's two teams back over towards the east. They're caught up in looking that direction. Petrichor now is just trying to leapfrog, tree to tree, smoke to smoke, to encroach on the other angle from it. And I love the fact that we're seeing a lot of Molotovs come out to counter the smokes on the approach. But VP now starting to get a lot more awareness, and they're just rolling right into this, and they're getting away with it. It's Mamu yet again. This guy just has no fear, runs back in, grenades going on underneath of his feet, and still going to creep back up on top of this and says, fine, you want to play for center? We'll play for center. On the other side of it, Navi says, hey, you want to throw grenades? We'll throw some of our own, and there you go. Buriram is gone, and you said Navi needs to kill everybody? They're well on their way on the start.
Well, Navi now getting to the fray. The Ghost of Ibiza is somewhere in the back, just working its way on these smokes. The car comes flying through the smoke wall and allows Petrichor Road to get somewhere a little bit closer, but now the bombardment moves back onto the side of the Navi. They're getting a taste of their own medicine from previous, as Ike's left does find one. The second target not in abundance, circle closing in, everybody up on top of the buildings. It's pushing, it's forcing this fight. VP's inside. Now, for everyone who's up on top, Petrichor Road, this is probably the most advantageous place to be, unless you fall down like that through a window. That's problematic. You had control for all but a second. It comes down to Mamu to try and hold the line for Petrichor. They're gone. They're at the top spot. VP's 1 point behind them. For VP, it's really just kind of hold on for dear life here, unless Navi gets the win, and then maybe things change up, because that'll be 10 points and send them up to the 30 mark. They can't let VP get any kills. Ooh. 1, 2, he doesn't get it, he just misses out. VP jumps up, they're in fourth, they're in first, Navi fall to fourth, and VP will advance out of the group stage.
Respect my mind, no die from last y'all. I pray my dick get big as the Apple time, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud nine, and this line is never on vacation. Start up that mind.